Hey everybody, welcome, welcome, and thank you so much for joining me today. I am trying to go live simultaneously and having a hard time doing it today. So let me make sure that I don't know what I'm doing something right or wrong. Okay, where are you? All right, let's take a look. Okay. Sorry, I feel kind of all over the place. I have been trying to clean here. I didn't realize the timing. So, all right, let's take a look. All right. Thank you for those that are joining here. I see someone already here. I think you guys are twisted. All right, let me go ahead and share myself. And sorry, this is what happens when it's a one-man show. How are you guys? Happy New Year's to you all. Happy New Year. Let me go ahead and share myself. And how are you guys? Thank you for those that are coming in. Today for some reason I'm having a hard time today with the pages. I don't know why. All right, here we go. Okay. So I hope that I'm coming live. I hope you guys can see me. My name is Ryan with His Girls Science, and I so much thank you for joining me today. I am having a little bit of a hard time coming on, so I apologize. Having had a little bit of a hard time, even with Facebook, putting in my description. So I couldn't put my description because it was throwing me off. I don't know if there has been a new what do you call that, a new update. So if it did, I missed the boat because I didn't get to see that. Are you guys, let me know if you guys are watching me on Craft Around the Clock. That's really what I'm trying to get to. So if you're watching me through there, appreciate if you let me know. Those that are watching and coming in through YouTube, I appreciate you. And I don't see me on Craft Around the Clock, so I'm going to just let it go. So this episode, we're coming right after Bears Creation LLC, and so on Craft Around the Clock, and you also see me on YouTube. So I appreciate you watching them both. Let me go ahead and pull up the hi Gail. How are you, friend? Let me go ahead and pull myself on YouTube so that I could see the comments because I can't really see the comments from here to there. Hello, Cheryl. Hello. Thank you. So, Cheryl, let me know. I've been trying to see if I could see myself. I share myself on Facebook, Craft on the Clock, and I was not able to see that went on. So, I don't know. Anyways, so I have a craft for you. It's going to be a Valentine's Day craft, and I'm really excited about the extra timing because I need it. I need the extra timing. All right, so let me go ahead and get myself up here. And let's see, I have Prati Kumar, how are you? And Viral D Kid. Thanks for watching and coming in. Don't forget to thank you for subscribing. Those that are not joining in, haven't joined in. All right, so today's craft is going to be, hi Martha, how are you? Georgianne, thank you so much. Am I on Craft on the Clock? I'm not. Just let me know in the comments. I'm just gonna let it be. All right, so today we're going to be using a canvas, and we're going to be working on a Valentine's Day craft. And now this Valentine's Day craft, I'm gonna go ahead and open my canvas. I did get this canvas, and it's a square canvas that I did purchase at the Dollar Tree. You could purchase, and these are 100% cotton canvas. The only difference to this in regards to a more expensive canvas will be the framing. So the frame in a more expensive canvas is going to be much thicker, higher quality, obviously, and that you will get for $1.25. This canvas is a square canvas. It does not mean that you have to do this craft on a square canvas. It means that you could actually, it's just, that's the one I'm choosing to do. The size for this square canvas is a 10 by 10. Before I continue, I want to go ahead and say hello and welcome. Happy New Year to you. We are already on 2026, and this is the first day of the year, so Happy New Year. I hope you guys had a great celebration. I celebrated at home with some family and friends, so I appreciate, I hope that you had a wonderful celebration. You hopefully are watching me whatever you're watching, but I just want to let you know that you also have the availability to see my work, whether it's on YouTube, lots of videos, tutorials, quick tutorials, short tutorials, or live feeds. You could also see lots of pictures of the work throughout the year. So on Instagram, you could also see lots of just funny, quick videos on TikTok, and just ideas. I will also link you to whether Facebook or YouTube on Pinterest. So you obviously, if you're watching me through Facebook, thank you so much for watching. And if you're watching me to YouTube, thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow so that you could go ahead and get notifications. Well, I'll let you know that I love to craft with easy to find materials, inexpensive materials actually, and love to just do everything with a little bit of a touch of elegance. So if that's something that interests you, we'll love to have you. All right, so now to this, want to go ahead. Yeah, I don't think I did share myself, so I don't know how that works. I really don't know. All right, so whatever it is, it is. All right, so thank you for those that are joining, and let's get to it. All right, so now what I'm going to do, the first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to take this canvas and we're going to treat it with just a basic color. This is 100% cotton. The one that I'm going to be using is also going to be kind of like a white color, and this one is going to be Adobe White. So it is by Terracotta collection from Folk Art. So this is the collection, Terracotta collection from Folk Art, and the color is going to be Adobe White. We're going to be making a heart. We're going to be making some clay flowers. So I hope you guys will stay tuned and let's get to it. Happy to New Year. Look, place around. Hello, friend. And let's see. Can you have a brain on? You're gonna have to see. I know somebody else, not me, for that. All right, so let's go ahead and get to it. So I am going to just straight on apply the paint right onto here, and using a bigger brush, because all we're going to do is just give it an even coverage. We're going to just go ahead and go back and forth and just cover the whole entire thing. I still, to be honest with you guys, I'm still kind of at awe that we're 2026. I don't know. I feel like 2025, there's still some things that I didn't quite get to. So, so I hope that those things come true. God's timing is perfect, though. And that's pretty much it. So who is eating leftovers today? I hope you are. Hope that it's just going to be a down day for you, and that you get to just enjoy the leftovers and enjoy your couch and enjoy your bed and just rest it up for today, if you're able to. Because at least for me, tomorrow, the real life begins, right? Go back to work tomorrow for one day. and then have a weekend, and then it's like life begins. Here we go again, 2026, real life begins. All right, so my brush is getting, this brush is not a high quality brush, but It does do the even coverage. I was going to use the bigger brush, but my next size up is this one. So I want to be too big. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just finish up my edges, just whatever paint has been there. I'm going to go ahead and smooth that out. There we go. So now I'm just finishing it up and just giving it a nice even straight up and down, well, not up and down, straight down for all of my here it is. Not sure if you could see it, but it's a nice finish that it gives the paint, the brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna put my brush to the side, and we're going to just take a little of a quickening little shortcut to our drying time. Let's see. And Regan Lee, how are you? Thank you so much for watching, and welcome to His Gross Designs. I hope this is your first time here. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and we love for you to subscribe. So my goal for last year, that's what I think I have some unfinished business. Well, my goal for last year was to be able to have 500 followers on YouTube. I got to 404. So I was 96 followers away. So hopefully we'll get to it very quickly. Amanda, how are you? Thank you so much for watching. And Glenda, welcome. Oh, Vicky, thank you so much and Happy New Year to you. You are relaxing today and then tomorrow's work. Yeah, that's my goal for today. Not quite relaxing. I was relaxing. I started watching a series, and probably you guys may know. It's called The House of David on Prime Video. So I was watching some of that this morning as I made breakfast and continued just being on the couch, just watching that. I was kind of curious what they would do with Goliath. So I was watching that on Prime. Very interesting. So, you know, I'll let you know how it continues and see if it's recommendable or not. So far, it's good. So that's why I was watching this morning. Lavender and Lace with Lori. Welcome. And Happy New Year. Blessings to you, Carol T Studios 5 in DIYs. Fran, thank you so much for being here. Miss Charo, ¿cómo está? Feliz Año Nuevo. Dios me la bendiga. Cindy Lynn, how are you, friend? Happy 2026 to you and to Diane. Welcome, friends. Anybody else here? All right, so it looks like this is pretty much done. Now we're going to go ahead and continue, and this is what I'm going to do. We're going to try to create a heart here. So I grabbed cardboard. I'm going to go ahead and try to fold the cardboard halfway, okay? Because I want ends to end, and you don't have to use the cardboard for this. This is what I had on hand, but you could just use a regular paper. All right, so this is about the size. I just thought more or less this is about the size of my canvas. So I'm going to now go draw a half of a heart and go from there. Gracias, Miss Charo. And let's see. I saw somebody else there and I kind of missed it, so I apologize. Let me see. Darla, welcome, friend. Thank you so much for being here. And happy 2026. All right, so I'm just kind of drew an outline of a heart, but I need to see if this is enough. I need to see if it's too big or too small. So let me just get the scissors here. And let's cut it. Honestly, I just can't believe, I'm to be honest with you, I'm saying it, but I am being very, very honest. I just can't believe we're 2026, you guys. You know, it's getting close to 2030, and that's when the Jetsons, you know, the flying cars and the whole kaboom. Getting too close to that. All right, so here is my little heart. And I want to see if I need to trim it down. And this is what I got. What do you guys think? I think it's good size. What do you think? Yeah? We good with the size? I think we are. It kind of covers it all. I think it's a good size. And of course, what I'm going to do with this heart is that I'm going to save it. I'm just using it as a template. There's a little part here that I forgot to smooth on the edges. So I'm going to do that. All right. So I'm going to use it simply as a template because it's going to help me. I think I need to lift it up just a little bit more. And there you go. So we're using it just as a template, and I'm going to yes, my pencil, and I remember this pencil I have to throw away. I think I removed the pencil that does work. So yikes. Here, I'm gonna use the pencil from this thing. So I'm going to use the pencil just to draw my heart out onto my painted canvas. And remember, we used that Adobe color, Adobe white from that terracotta collection from Folk Art to paint it. Now I'm going to save this heart, you guys, because we could always use this, and we could always use this for some other craft. So I'm going to save those, and that will become at some point some other craft. All right, so here is my drawn heart. Okay, hopefully you get to see it, but it is there. And now we're going to paint inside this heart, and I'm going to use my a nice beautiful just pinky colors is called conch shell, which is concha, which is kind of like a seashell, in other words. All right, so what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to go ahead and use it, and these are some trays, you guys, some, you know, those trays that you get from eating out, saving them there. We're gonna go ahead and use that, and even though seems pretty thick, see that it seems pretty thick. And this is from Folk Art as well, and it's a matte color, so it's not going to give you any shine. Even though it is simply seems pretty thick, I am going to add a little bit of baking soda to it, and the baking soda is obviously, I feel like, I'm not sure if it's glue or something flying around. I'm going to add the baking soda, and the baking soda is also adding some texture as well as adding my color. Gonna mix it. I'm adding some texture to my color. So when I add it onto my canvas, see here, I'm going to start here. And I'm going to use, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and just use my little spatula. It helps me to stay on the line. And we are going to be adding lots of flowers to this, you guys, and the flowers are going to be made with plaster. All right, so my idea here, and as you could see, as I'm painting it, and I'm doing a layer here of with my baking soda painting, I make a baking soda mix paint. So the baking soda is also going to help to dry out your paint. So there it is. Okay, so now as you could see, what I'm looking for is kind of a little bit of a texture in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and dump the rest of this in here. Now what happens when we're doing this, I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you a little trick as we're doing the plaster flowers. I'm going to give you a little trick, and in case you don't have plaster at home. So I think I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm really excited. I'm really excited. So have you guys done your goals for 2026? As for my friend Debbie from Taylor by Debbie, she was telling us not to do what is it, New Year's resolutions, but to do goals, and which I'm really glad, because resolutions, I have noticed, don't really work for me. I kind of forget them. All right, so now this is all done and ready to go. Just want to see a little bit more on the top, and look at that pretty heart. And you know what, you guys, you can stop right here and call it a day. Honestly, you could stop right here, and if you're making a little girl's room, this is pretty enough. And you know what? You could make a collection, just to give you an idea. You could go ahead and make a collection of little hearts like this in soft colors, but you could do like a cute lavender and use 4 of these together and make a collection. You could use a softer pink, what do you call that? A lavender. You could do either a red or like a yellow, soft yellow, and just go ahead and put all 4 of them together, and that looks beautiful in a little girl's room. And that took you absolutely nothing. So, so these are just a few, just just a little idea in there. All right, so now, yes, using the baking soda, love using the baking soda technique as well. Yes, and sure, you moved on to here. How are you, Cindy? Did I say hello to you? I hope you did. I hope I did. All right, so now that we got that, I'm going to just dry it up slightly. I'm gonna close my baking soda so that way we don't have it blowing on us. And the baking soda is going to help it dry very quickly. You might see just a little tiny bit of crackling, and that's absolutely normal. Um, and because we're trying to get it to dry, we're trying to force it to dry. Usually, whenever you're just letting it dry in room temperature on its own, it will not create a lot of the crackling. But this is going to get covered anyway, so I'm really not worried too much about that. All right, so now I'm going to put on the side, and I'm going to work on my different colorings for my for the rest of the flowers that we are going to do. All right, so I'm gonna push it to the side. I'm gonna open this little drawer right here. I have this little drawer system. Here next to me is a little cart, and I just open the drawers and kind of put things to dry next to me. All right, so I'm going to use the same thing that I have here. I'm gonna get my spoon, and this is what I'm going to do, you guys. This one is very heavy, so I have to keep it down. All right, so here is my plaster. And I have to tell you that I have used this plaster for so many projects so far, and I still have it up to the top. So a good investment. It will cost you less than $20. And the one that I'm using is called Proform Professional Formula. It's called light blue, and it's a lightweight joint compound. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. And if your plaster seems, because I cannot get it closed completely correctly, and if it seems a little bit too, as this one is too crumbly, then good way to bring it back to life is just adding a little bit of water. But I'm not going to add too much to this, simply because I am going to mix it on here, and we're going to be mixing it. I have 2 trays here. Okay. And I'm going to put some of my compound, this compound that I'm just told you about. I'm gonna go ahead and dump some on there, and we're going to mix it right on with paint. So that's the reason why I don't really care if it's lumpy. But don't forget that you could bring it back to its own original frostiness by simply just adding some water. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do 4 colors. So, and that's the reason why I have 2 different trays. So the two colors here are going to be more of a reddish and a pink. I'm also going to be doing a very light pink as well as a lavender. All right. All right, so the consistency that once you add the paint that we're trying to get to, or the goal for this, is going to be to get to the consistency of what peanut butter will feel like. Just dump some on the floor. All right, so it looks almost good to me. And it was just the top that was lumpy. The bottom seems to still kind of frosty. And the reason why is because I just don't close it correctly as it should be. All right, so now let's move on. So as I move this, I'm going to just go ahead, and because I am using the same tray, I'm going to simply just push it on the side and kind of like divide my waters, kind of, you know, kind of like Moses did, kind of like divide the waters. I think this one just need a little bit more. So I'm going to borrow from this side. All right. Now, do want to let you know that this craft that I'm making today will be available to you. And this is the way that we're going to do it. I'm going to start this whole new year with trying to interact a lot more and getting a lot more from you. So what we're going to do is that you guys are going to be commenting, okay? Commenting on whether it be on YouTube or on Facebook, all right? And what I'm going to do, well, I think I'm going to have to limit it only to Facebook because it's going to be difficult to do it on YouTube. So I'm going to have to limit this one on Facebook only. And then we'll go ahead and do one for a YouTube. I will have to look at how the legalities of how you do this on YouTube, okay, before I do that. But I know I've done it on Facebook. So for Facebook friends, go ahead and comment. And at the end, once I'm finished with my craft for today, right, I'm going to go back and I will go ahead and scroll, you know, well, I could have one of my kids pick a name, okay? That name will not be announced today. It will be announced the next time that I'm live. All right, so next time that I'm live, you have to go ahead and keep an eye on me, and that will be tomorrow. I will be live tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern. So I'm just letting you know the name that is going to be picked today, okay, after the live, I will be announcing it tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern, all right? And that will be the person who's going to be getting the craft that we're doing today shipped to them, gifted by me. And so just by commenting, all right, you will have 24 hours to reply. And if you do not reply within 24 hours after it's announced, so that means by Saturday evening after it's announced, we don't hear from you, then we'll go ahead and have to choose another person. It will be announced on Monday. All right, so that will be how we're going to do it. So that way we could go ahead and have reoccurring people coming back to watch us live and interact in the comments. Okay, so we'll do that. Now let's go ahead and create the colors. And the one that I'm using here, this one is a pink melon. Okay, pink melon, and I'm not sure. I should have thought of that. I should have thought of the pink melon is gonna need a little bit of help coming out. Hold on a second. Shy little pink melon. A beautiful color. I'm gonna have to rebuy it. It's a beautiful color, and I'm going to just get it out. You know, these are the kind of colors that you kind of use only throughout once a year, guys, when you're doing Valentine's Day. So, you know, the rest of the time you just sit around, waiting to be used, waiting to be noticed. But no worries, we'll go ahead and give it some water. But you also don't want this to be too watery. So we'll work it out in just a minute, but we don't want it to be too watery. All right, so remember over here, we're going to continue working with our soft pink. And this one was perfectly fine. There we go. I think it's time to make an order and get some more paints. For sure. Amazon, here we come. Or Walmart, because you get these much cheaper in Walmart. All right, I'm also going to be using, thank you for sprinkling, Cheryl. So let me know how you like this. Is this your segment on Craft Around the Clock? Yes, I signed up for the 2 o'clock. Shelly, I signed up for the 2 o'clock Eastern. That was available. I'm not sure if I'm on. All right, Georgianne, you're good. Very cool. Love the colors, Lori. Yeah. All right, so this one is going to be the light pink. I mean, the light lavender. Even though lavender is light, but it's called Lilac Ice. You all, this month, January, I'm gonna make an appointment to go get my eyesight checked. It's needed. It's needed. How do you know you're getting old? your eyesight. And this one is going to be the barn red. So this one is going to be the much deeper red. All right, so now we have all the colors we like, and we're going to be mixing them. All right, so here we go. All right, this is beautiful. Remember, you want it kind of like a cream peanut butter consistency, so you just got to be careful. If you add a little bit of water, don't add too much, because you will have it, it's not going to work if it's too runny. We're going to be creating some flowers with a palette knife, so it does not work if it's too runny. All right, so I have my lavender kind of all mixed in. It's now all the paste, and it's nice, kind of like kind of in a way between a creamy peanut butter and a chunky peanut butter. You know, it's kind of like, because it's still a little bit lumpy. But look at this, see? So it's, you want it to kind of drop, but you don't want it to be dripping. I don't know if I'm getting, if I'm getting the right adjectives here. But let's go ahead and work on the other one. And this is the same pink of the original background color of the heart. All right. Those of you that are watching, continue to watch on YouTube. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe before you head out, or if you have to go and come back, come subscribe if you like something, if you like this kind of programs, if you like this kind of videos, so that way you could get, it could come right on to you the next time that I'm live. And now you know that I will be live tomorrow at 10 p.m. And you guys, soon you will have me also go live on TikTok. So if you are a TikTok friend, you will find me also there live. And for TikTok, the best thing is these kind of cameras here, because they like to see the actual action. So you may not see my my face, but you'll recognize my hands. I feel like my eyes tearing up. All right, so this one is ready to go. And now, so these are the lighter colors, and these are going to be our darker colors. So this one is going to be needing a little bit of help. I'm going to remove this one because that's the one that we get it with, and get a smaller little knife. By the way, these knives, I get them. Thank you so much for sharing me. And I did try it. I share myself in, but what can you call it? I don't know if I don't know if Tracy had pre-approved me. I don't know, but I did share myself in, and that wasn't working. I didn't go live on Craft Round the Clock only, so that's why I'm not sure if that makes any difference. But I did share myself in. Oh, what a beautiful colors, you guys. It's called something melon. Let me see. It's called Pink Melon. You all got to get it. Pink Melon from Folk Art. What a beautiful, oh, gorgeous color. It reminds me of one of those little houses on Key West. Oh, beautiful. I tell you, Key West, not a place that I want to live in. I live in Florida, but not a place I want to live in. It takes just the right kind of people to live in Key West. I'm definitely not one of them. Oh. But I love Isla Morada. What do you say in English? Isla Morada is like Isla Morada. I think that's how you will pronounce it in English. Love that. All right, so this one looks a much darker, kind of like in a little bit of a wine, even though it's called Barn Red. So not quite feeling it, but I think it's a good backdrop color. So what we'll do is that we're going to go ahead and And, oh, there it is. I think it's mixing in a little bit better. Here we go. Oh, it's turning, it's turning, it's turning. It's becoming kind of, like a light brick color in a way. There it is. So here are colors. Doesn't that feel like you're eating icing? Isn't that? Look at that. Look at the palette that we have right here. Gorgeous. All right, I'm not quite feeling the brick red. I think it might be a little bit too bright, but you know what? We'll make it work. All right, let's go back and get our hands cleaned out and get starting on our hearts. Going to white beads are a crafter's best friend. So, if in case you want to do this, get some wet paper towels or some white beads on hand. Because it's going to keep kind of like the junk of your hands. All right, so here we go. And this is almost dried, and this is a heart. All right, and now I'm going to show you the two palettes that I'm going to be using. So this one is, it's kind of like, see that right there? That's the end of that. All right, and then we have this. I'm going to grab one more. And because we need a softer round, and let me see, if you get it at the Dollar Tree, it will be something, a plastic one like this, if you want to get the bigger size. See the two sizes like that. I did say that I was going to go to I wanted to go to Blick, which is an art store here, and I wanted to get something that will be something like this, but just rounder. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and begin. And we're going to be doing, hello, Deb Cub, how are you? Love your rings. My earring? Oh, my earrings. Oh, here it is. That's from Colombia. I got them in Colombia. That's my native country. Sorry, so much talking gets me tired. Gets me tried. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and begin with my brick. I'm going to do this one. I want to go ahead and put one on either side. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys up. So give me a second and allow me to bring you forward a little bit more. Okay. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to show you, let me show you before outside of here what we are looking for. Hold on. So this was the trash of this. So what we're looking for is we're going to do this, and there you go. So we're going to dump our clay, our plaster, and we're going to kind of move it around and do some type of, let's see, like a letter C. See that? Kind of looks like a kidney bean, like a letter C. And that is what we're what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to come back and we're going to do another letter C. Okay, so we're looking to do the movement of the hand, or the shape of a letter C or a kidney bean, however you want to say it. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go ahead and get my little piece of my clay, my plaster, sorry, and I'm going to take it from the back. So I'm going to show you, gosh, let me go ahead and continue with that so you guys can see. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put it on there, and I'm going to just grab, go ahead and clean my palette knife there. Okay, put it all together, and I'm going to grab a little bit only on the tip of my palette knife. So I'm going to grab just I'm not sure if you could see it, just a little tiny bit, see, on the tip there. And I'm going to come and make my letter C movement, okay, on there. Come back. Okay, get only on the tip. I'm going to repeat that one because I went too far in, which means that I grabbed some of the paint, the plaster paint that was already on there. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to come back and grab, look how much I'm grabbing. Okay, and I'm going to come back and come in from the middle, from here in the middle, here we go. I'm going to come back and do my letter C. Okay, I need a little bit more plaster. Okay, come back, flatten this, and I'm going to grab some just on the tip. There. Get my clay just on the tip. And I'm going to just come completely around from the center out. Okay. Flatten my plaster. Grab a little bit from the center out. So what you want is to at least to have 5 petals as you go around. Notice what I did. I have, here's 1, 2, 3, 4. My 5 petals are there. My center is still open. Okay, I'm going to grab some more of this. Clean my palette knife and grab some more only on that tip. Okay, and I'm going to come back, and in between the petals there, I'm going to try to come back and do another one. So when you are depositing your clay, the thicker part is going to come right on there. Actually, we could see that one. I just made that one right there. Okay, now this time around, you guys, the movement of your knife, of your palette knife, watching my live, I have about 15 minutes. So now the movement of your palette knife, so I'm going to take as much possible onto the tip of my palette knife, just on the tip. And as I'm applying, I'm kind of like, what can I say, it's gonna be kind of like when you're closing up your, like a letter U, just the bottom. Okay, hold on a second. There you go. So I'm going to come back here, and in between I'm depositing and I'm bringing out. Okay, I'm gonna have to move a little bit faster on this, guys, because we in about 15 minutes we have another design, another creator. So I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, this one did not work. Hold on a second. I'm gonna remove that one. Yikes, this one was lumpy, so that's why I did not push it down and just grab some. Let's go ahead and make sure. There we go. Now we're good. Now, if you're having trouble with this, I'm gonna give you a cheating. I'm gonna give you a way that you could cheat. Okay. So this one, all right, let me see. So this one, let's just say you're not really happy with that. No worries. Okay. No worries. What you're going to get yourself now is get yourself some type of smaller kind of, hold on a second. Let me find it on here. Let me find it on here. Something a little bit smaller, a little pointier. Okay, here we go. See that tiny little thing? Yeah. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to now start moving or shifting my clay around. Okay. So let's say you didn't quite like the way that one came out. So you could go ahead and shift it around. As it's still moldable, pliable, still, you know. So there it is. See how that gave me now the shape of a flower. Okay, I could go ahead and do, and that's an easier way. Okay, I could go ahead and try to, now hold on a second. I'm working out of 2 stations here, 2 little palettes. I'm gonna go ahead and dump this one in the middle. And I'm gonna show you again. Let me bring it up to you. Oh, I'm getting myself with this camera thing. All right, I'm gonna bring it up to you. And I'm going to go ahead and settle that. And just go ahead and make your flower. Okay. And if this is ever set, you're going to start kind of doing a little bit of twirling motion right there in the center. And then go ahead and do your petals on the outside. See, so this is not the best way to do it, but I wanted to show you before we kind of have to go. to so you could see all the ways that you could kind of cheat in a way and create that little bit of design. This this one, it seems to be a little bit more of a runnier consistency. So whenever you see that it's a little bit runny, always add a little bit of baking soda to your mix. All right. To be honest with you, there we go. Now I think it's coming out because it was just too runny. Okay. See the little rosette that you have on there. Okay. Once this dries, we're going to be making little rosettes. Let me know if let me know if how you like this. Thank you. Hi, Lori. Thank you. Happy New Year, my love. Renee, thank you. All right. So now once you have done several of these, hi. There's a name that I can't pronounce. Ethel Rafike? I want to say. Okay, so we have about 12 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and work on the other ones. All right, so I'm going to do another one of another color so you guys can see the difference in that. Now remember, we really want, what we're really looking for is something that is going to be of a thicker consistency. So I'm going to go ahead and get my, let me get this one. And let me get my little, I call these my little palette things. Oh, here it is. It's a small one. You could get yourself a tile. Okay, but I use this glasses, and it always works for me. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use my next color. Okay, so I'm going to put my next color here, and I'm going to flatten it. Make sure that there's no lumps. And that seems like a good consistency, but yet we're going to go ahead and I'm going to add a little bit more of the baking soda. And I'm going to mix that in. I'm going to mix that in with my baking soda. And I think that right there, I love that consistency. See? Because it's not moving on me. It's staying put right where I want it to go. Okay. So now I'm going to come back and take my little palette knife here. Okay. Let me clean it up first. Hold on a second. Let me clean it up first so that I know how much I'm applying. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab some and only the top. Go ahead and come over here. I'm going to go ahead and do this one with the smaller petals. And the reason why this one is a smaller petals is just because my knife, actually, my palette knife allows me to do that. See how my palette knife has the longer petals here? There. There we go. Now I'm liking the way that it looks with the longer petals. So I'm going to go ahead and just fix them so I could have more of that. So I'm come back. There. Notice how much easier, I'm not sure if you could see it. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. But I don't know if you noticed how much easier it was to apply this one because it was the best consistency. This one was still a little bit too runny. So, so there. See how much easier that is? Thanks for the thumbs up. Yes, it helps with the right consistency of paint, of the plaster. So then you could really do whatever you wanted to do once you have the right consistency. Get that one a little bit longer. And that is all for this one. See that? Right? So we're going to, let's go ahead and make another one. I'm going to go ahead and move this one to the side. And if you get little containers from like the Dollar Tree or little whatever little containers you may have, don't forget that you could also save this in small containers and you don't have to waste it, you guys. Let's go for a lavender one, okay? And bring it over here. And again, these are the inserts, you guys. What is it? Tiles work really well, but this one is actually, believe it or not, this is the insert of the glasses when you get like a picture frame that you're not using the glass. Then you could, this is what I want to use. Once I get tired of it, I don't want to clean it anymore, then it gets dumped. I put it in a plastic bag, break it up, and put it in the trash can. All right. Now this one, I think I got a little bit too much baking soda into this, so it's a little bit too lumpy. So let me get a little bit more of the runnier paint, runnier clay plaster, sorry. In there, I think we're getting to it. Okay, let's attempt the little bit of our rose with this one that seems a little bit better consistency, shall we? Okay, so I'm going to come and let's go ahead and do this one from the inside in. Okay, so we're good with that, and we have, I'm gonna make sure I have about 6 minutes left. I'm gonna clean my palette knife. Okay, so I'm going to start with just a tiny little bit. Let me come over here, and I think I got one of my hairs onto here. Just gonna remove that. There we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start here. And what we're going to do is that we're going to start with just a little tiny bit right on there. I'm not sure you can see it. Look how tiny that is, okay? I'm going to come back and we're going to do 3 of these together. So now come back and do another tiny little bit. Now I'm going to come and put another one on the opposite side. And there is going to be the center for my flower. Now I'm going to do some of the petals on the outside. Just getting my plaster. Hold on. You know what? This one is not going to be the right one. Let me graduate to this one. It has the rounded end, but it also has a little bit more of an angle. That's going to help me. And I'm going to be working now on the outside petals. So what else have you guys up to today? Is it just going to be relaxing? What's the weather down your way? It's got a little bit of cold here in Tampa. Oh, good. I could see nicer petals now. Hold on a second and I'll show you. And you guys, I am, I'm still practicing on this. So I am learning right along with you as I continue to practice. It's one thing when you watch all of the videos and you're trying and you're, and they tell you about, working on your consistency and working on the shape of your hands, the shape of what your pedal's supposed to look like. But it's something else when you are trying to, when you have to perform it yourself. All right, for this is where I kind of wish that you had the top camera. All right, I'll be completely honest, you guys. It's much harder for me to work from the outside in, from the inside out, sorry. From the inside out. Much harder for me. I have found it to be much harder to work from the inside out. So, yeah, it became like a whole big old, like I damaged the inside pedals. I damaged the inside pedals and I'm trying to restore them now, but it is much harder to work from the inside out, at least in my experience. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and remove it, guys, because I have done. Gonna go ahead and remove it because it seems like I got nowhere without it. Okay, so I'm going to try it again. See, we don't know at all. You studied knowing in Maine. How sweet. Watching Christmas Hallmark. I think I had too much of my, I think I exposed my children to too much of them. To be honest with you, they tell me that there is not one movie that I haven't watched. That's what they say. All right, so let's go ahead and try this again. That did not work out, huh, guys? At least not for me. I'm trying it from the outside in. Oh, and that's looking really cute. Because I don't know how, it really did not work from the inside out. Okay. So what I did here is the start or the outline of my rose. See that? So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create the rosette. Yes. So I just kind of did the outline of that rosette. What I'm going to create here is to create the petals and try to move them over. Oh, you know what, guys? It is 3 o'clock. So I'm going to kind of continue working on this. And YouTube, we still have 12 friends holding strong there. And I'm going to probably try to finish this rose. Now I'm going to go ahead and work. I'm going to record this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and record this so that in trying to speed it up so that you guys can see it being done a lot faster. So that's what I'm going to do. Don't forget, join me tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be choosing from Facebook comments one name. I'm going to go ahead and scroll. Actually, I'll probably have one of my kids pick it. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down and choose one name out of the comments. And that random name will be announced tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on His Girl Science and also on Craft Around the Clock. You will find me there, so that way we could go ahead and see who's going to get this. You all probably, you know what? I'll do the flowers, and tomorrow we'll go ahead and finish it together, because you guys gonna see all of the rest of this, the stuff that it's going to have on. Okay, and we're gonna do some extra details that you're going to love, and add a little bit of gold. Of course, it's me, so it's got to be having a little bit of gold. All right. So may God bless you, may God keep you, make His face shine upon you. Have a blessed new year, and may God give you His peace today and every day of this year. Let's get a date tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Love you all. Enjoy the rest of your first day of 2026. Adios. I'm going to record this. Don't forget, I'm going to record this. Let's see.